And my actual eyesight is there. The high drive, deep center. Go, go, go. We're out of here. We're out of here. Say ya, playa.
Just like they drew it up in Hollywood. Caladros, the 3-2. Swing and a miss! And the Audubon Green Wave have upset the Kingsway Dragons! And this is it for good! The Audubon Green Wave are back in the Final Four! A gold pile on their side!
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to DW Broadcasting's coverage of men's varsity.
From our entire crew, we'll see you tomorrow. Have a good one, folks.
should be working. All right, now check it.
Please return all foul balls to the nearest dugout.
All right, I think we fixed that audio issue there. Not sure how that wasn't sniffed out earlier, but we got a runner on third, 2 outs, and a 1-1 count here. Low to lefties in the Mount Ephraim lineup as we go to our number 4 hitter. That being Declan Collins, the pitcher. Throwing from the right side, batting from the left. He's got Nick Riccardi on deck. With what would be the first run of the game.
Yeah, that's good. It's working.
For the Hawks is on third. That one is down. Going to be 3-1 now. Excuse us for those tech issues there, but got the 3-1 coming. And that's going to be a wild pitch. Runners coming to the plate. Flipped. Not in time. And Ephraim gets the first run of the game. And with that walk, that puts Collins on first for Riccardi now. As some high alertness from the home team, from the Hawks, give them their first run of the game. They're going to have a courtesy runner for the pitcher, Collins.
And that was just a great jump by the runner from Mount Ephraim. Saw the ball skid by the catcher and just broke for the plate to score on a pass ball.
That'll be Nick Riccardi now with a runner on first. 1-0 Mount Ephraim here in the bottom of the first. Curveball or some sort of breaking ball right down the middle, 0-1. On deck would be Andrew Garvin, the catcher, if the inning continues. They've already sent 5 men to the plate as the throw looping down to second. Looks like it beat him, and he is out. Side retired. So both innings end with a stolen base attempt gone awry. It ended for the Green Wave that way, and it ended for Mount Ephraim that way. But they do get a run home, and it's 1-0 Hawks after 1. We'll be right back. In life, the road ahead is full of possibilities. But to navigate it safely, you need the right skills. Harper Driving School is the premier driving school serving Gloucester, Salem, and Camden counties. With experienced instructors, many of whom are teachers in local schools, we are dedicated to your success and will help you master the road with confidence. With an over 95% success rate of students passing their road test on their first try, you know your student will be in good hands while embarking on a huge step of their young adult lives while avoiding the lines at the DMV and getting insurance discounts.
We chose Harper, and so should you.
All right, top of the second, 1-0 Mount Ephraim as Declan Collins gets set to resume his at-bat versus James Gushu. He had a halted at-bat after the runner in front of him was thrown out at second base, ending the inning as that one misses 1-0. Don't forget, on Thursday, August 29th, DWB kicks off its second football campaign with some Burlington County action between the Palmyra Panthers and the Riverside Rams. That's a 6:30 p.m. start time on Thursday the 29th. We've got a loaded opening weekend, with Friday's game being the Collingswood Panthers and the Clayton Clippers at 7 o'clock, and Saturday, August 31st, being the Haddonfield Bulldogs versus the Woodbury Thundering Herd as we kick off our first of 4 games in a package we announced earlier this month with Woodbury Public Schools. Going to be a 1-1 count here from Collins. Way up and in, sends the batter, dropping it to the floor, and it's going to be 2-1. Pretty standard Little League field here. 2-0 to the left, 205 down the right field line.
Of course, I've seen my fair share of weird fields over the years. Gloucester Catholic being one of them. You guys with JBB Broadcasting worked at Joe Barth's Field for the Legion game between South Harrison.
Yes, and even playing for Mullica Hill Legion last year, that field, its dimensions are definitely very strange. It's short down the lines, but
Foul ball.
But that's a field where, to deep center field,
467 dead center.
It's also
I think maybe Anthony Gugolski could hit a home run out there to center. I don't know.
If it were anybody from Sterling and from this past year, I'm putting my money on Tony Sanchez, our second baseman.
That's a good point.
Led the conference in doubles.
Strike 3 called, second K for Collins. And there's one away. But yeah, I mean, we've covered Joe Barth's Field so many times, and I've recreated a lot of the stadiums that we've made in MLB The Show, and Joe Barth is one of those where it can be done, but you have to cut a lot of corners to make it happen. Like, there's some fields, PVI and Woodstown, are not possible to be created with the current limitations of the MLB The Show stadium engine, because it's too short to center field. Woodstown's 327, PVI's 315 to center. It's incredible. And that ball flies out of the yards there. But it's going to be 2-0 here after the strikeout. Led off the inning to Gushu, and now is the pitcher, Andrew Watkins. But as we always said, good night here in Mount Ephraim, 84 degrees, wind blowing slightly in to center field and partly cloudy. That one nicked his helmet, and that'll be a hit by pitch.
Way to use your head there, just try to get out of the way, but the ball found him, and you'll take getting on base any way you can.
Now
if you're
batting
down
number 11,
1-0 in this game.
Nick Lowe.
So Watkins hit by a pitch, and umpire coming out to Declan Collins here with a quick conversation. So bring up Nicholas Lowe. Runner on first and one away. Looked like or sounded like a foul tip on that one. 0-1. But of course, with the summer heating up, June is almost done and July is right around the corner. And of course, you can tune into the Tri-County Baseball League for collegiate summer league baseball action. Oh, that one is dropped at second base. The throw is trapped there. They'll get the fielder's choice. And that honestly might have been a blessing in disguise, because you just got the quicker runner out at second, and now you've got a little bit more of a favorable situation. I know that wasn't intentional, but they got the job done, and now you got 2 outs, and you're still holding that tying run on third, so you're still getting the job done either way. Here's Collins' delivery. Up and in, 1-0. This will bring up the number 7 here. Kieran Kelly is a swing and a miss. Runner goes down to second base safely. And that puts the tying run in scoring position. Inside. Goes behind the batter, and Lowe is going to get down to third, sliding safely. And now that tying run is, well, not 90 feet away, but 60 feet away. Still counts either way. It's going to be 2 balls, 1 strike here to Killian, and that's going to be to the backstop. He'll hold at third. Huge props to Tyler Inkster for coaching over there at third base, despite having a ruptured Achilles that he suffered during a Memorial hockey game. I thought it was a knee injury, but he blew out his Achilles, which is honestly worse. As that one's going to skip away, that's ball 4. Lowe is going to hold, and you got to be careful with where you put that ball, because now you got runners on the corners here. And this will bring up Beer.
Number 17, Amory Beer.
So Amory Beer brings it up here.
We talked about how good the starter's control was in that first inning. He seems to be a little bit shaky, and especially when runners get on, and the backstop is not that big, it allows, and the base path isn't that big either. It allows for the Audubon runners to try and advance in the scoring position. Now they have 2 runners in scoring position in this second inning.
Yeah, so Killian moved down to second base, and now Austin Rampola coming out to talk to Collins. But, I mean, this inning, kind of describes itself. Strikeout looking, a hit by pitch, fielder's choice, and a walk have been what we've had. One of those outs was recorded kind of perchance, and, it just ended up being that way just because ball got dropped in the infield and it was convenient that the runner didn't start going and he got thrown out at second base. So you can't be too mad at that, but that's just the way it is. These guys have kind of dug themselves into a hole, but they still lead. So they just need one more out here with the infield playing in, as that's going to be a cricket pitch back to the backstop. He'll flip it to the pitcher, and he saves it from being anything worse. So it's going to be 1-0 here.
And a good job by the runner from Audubon at third base. That ball has to kick away. This backstop's not very large here at this field in Mount Ephraim. That ball has to kick down the sides. Good job picking it up, no roll.
Popped up over towards first, and a snow cone catch behind the plate. How about them apples? Taken in by the backstop, Garvin, and the side is retired. Mount Ephraim holds 2 Audubon runners on, and here in the first round of District 14 play, they lead 1-0 after 1.5.
Garden State Pet Center is an independently owned full-service pet store. All healthiest product choices available, including all natural foods, supplements that support and relieve health issues, and
visit us today at 226 South Whitehorse Pike in Audubon, New Jersey. We're open 7 days a week for all of your pets' needs.
Strike one called to start off the bottom of the second here as Mount Ephraim gets the party started after scoring a run in the bottom half of the first inning. They're going to bring up Andrew Garvin, who swings and misses, and it is very quickly 0-2. Garvin, Holch, and Casey are going to be your leadoff men due up here in, Riccardi is leading off. Fouled down the first base line because the inning ended on a stolen base attempt. So Riccardi gets to restart his at-bat with Garvin and Holch behind him. So the lefty delivers the 0-2. Beautiful breaking ball there, drops right in. Maybe a little favorable at that, but looks good to us. And there's one away. This brings up Garvin now, the catcher.
And that's a great pitch by the pitcher, just being aggressive early, trying to hold this score at 1-0 for Audubon and allowing his boys to try and tie this game up in the next half of the inning.
Correction, 34.
That'll be a foul ball down the right field line over towards the budget end. South Jersey's finest. I mean, when I played Mount Ephraim ball, it was commonplace. I'm not saying the coaches endorsed this or anything, but we would always, if we didn't have a catching partner, we would throw either a baseball or a tennis ball against the wall of those motel rooms. Because those bricks and that wall over there, that is a wall of motel rooms. And I wouldn't say that I was the one that got yelled at because I didn't do it that much, but it would not be uncommon to see batting practice against some of those boarded up windows down the right field line. This one is fouled back. It hits the roof of the budget inn, maybe knocking out somebody's DirecTV, but it's going to be 3-2. I mean, I'm not from Mount Ephraim, but I played on this field many times, especially on the junior and senior field behind us. which is where my baseball career, funny enough, ended. But there's quickly 2 away here in the bottom of the second. So here's Cooper Holtz. Swing and a miss. 0-1.
The pitcher from Audubon is really locating very well in the bottom of the zone, and the umpire is giving him that strike. If it's not broke, don't fix it.
Exactly. Fouled back, and it's going to be 0-2 here. So, I mean, yeah, if you have a 1-0 deficit right now, what you got to do is think about, how can we stop that damage from getting worse? Well, you pump it right into the strike zone, and these guys are making contact. They're, as you said, a long time ago in the game, they're pitching the contact, but it's enough where the defense is backing them up with enough training and making it work. That one is caught at short by Gravante, and the side is retired. So the 2-hole hitter gets the job done at short, and after 2, it's 1-0 Mount Ephraim as they're going to try to defend their home court for 4 more innings. Here from the District 14 first round. We'll be right back.
Tommy D's Home Design Center has opened a second location on Creek Road in Belmar, operating in Philadelphia for over 25 years and now expanding into South Jersey. Tommy D's is the place to go for kitchen cabinets, countertops, and cabinet accessories, heavily discounted compared to big box retailers. Stop in, take a seat, and watch as our experienced kitchen designer makes the kitchen of your dreams right in front of you. Tommy D's is the best in the business for quality kitchen countertops and cabinets that fit all budgets. Call us today at 856-210-9504 or visit the new location in person on the corner of Creek Road and Harding Avenue in Belmar next to the 42 on-ramp.
First pitch of the top of the third is a strike as Grant Heller, the lefty, steps in versus Collins and goes down 0-1. This broadcast is brought to you by Tommy D's Home Improvement. Get your wholesale kitchen cabinets and countertops at heavily discounted rates by visiting 612 Creek Road in Belmar next to the 42 on-ramp. Passed that place by the other day and thought about our good friends Brian Benedetto and Alex Winkler over there, as that one is fouled back. Once again, DWB is run by an 18-year-old former high school student going into a freshman year of college at RCSJ this upcoming fall. If you're a small business owner who is interested in advertising with Dan Wilkins Broadcasting, send me an email with an inquiry at thedanwilkinsshow@gmail.com for an advertising flyer that has information and prices. All commercials that are aired on Dan Wilkins Broadcasting are filmed, edited, recorded, and produced by me. And it helps with college fund and also towards equipment expenses. As that one hit the crutches over at third, somebody's got to pay for a new one, and it's going to be 1-2. But Harper Driving School, Tommy D's Home Improvement, Vincent's Lawn Care, all of our good friends in South Jersey who have sponsored us. You can join that club today and get 60,000 annual viewers tuned into your business. As there's one away.
Both pitchers today doing a nice job just really commanding their pitches through the zone. Sometimes for Mount Ephraim it's been a little bit shaky, but a good bounce back after that inning with a strikeout right there.
So Heller goes down. That is the third K in as many innings for Declan Collins, and he has gotten them all looking, as that one is upstairs. To Silver with James Blumenstein on deck. One. This one's poked out towards right, almost hit Coach Chappell in the dugout, but he hangs on to it. And it's 1-2.
First two hitters of this Audubon lineup in this inning have been really late. They got to try and start their load a little bit earlier to drive that ball in fair play.
And that will be strike three. Back-to-back Ks for Collins. First time he struck out more than one in a single frame. And there's two away.
Foul batting number 10, James Blumenstein.
This pitcher again, another first pitch strike there, doing a good job of getting ahead to count this inning.
And now facing the final hitter in the order, 11th of 11, as we'll get ready to turn that card back over to the top with the second baseman, Cyrus Chappell, if the inning continues. But right now, Mount Ephraim's on a roll, and Collins is leading that charge. Like we said, you know, Audubon, Mount Ephraim, last couple of years, they've played each other in the district tournament. Audubon's won, you know, most of the last couple of matchups. So Mount Ephraim being ahead here, I wouldn't say it's exactly a world-shattering surprise, but it's certainly a change of pace for these guys. And with Mount Ephraim wanting to defend their home turf, you know, there's going to be a lot of pride and passion in that dugout to have a good charge on the defensive side of the ball. So Declan Collins just struck out the side. He's got 5 Ks through 3 innings, and the Rampolas, Austin and Aaron, the head coaches, he's only got 46 pitches through 3 innings, so he can continue going for a little while longer. We're going to the bottom of the third, 1-0 Hawks.
So a swing and a miss there from Dylan Casey to start the bottom of this third inning. Mount Ephraim still leads this one 1-0 over the Audubon Avalanche. There's a swing and a miss, now down on the count 0-2. The 0-2 on the way. It is swung on right back to the pitcher off the glove. A nice play by the pitcher there. 1-3 on the put out for the first out of the inning.
Now batting number 3, Will Nathis.
So Will Nathis digs in with 1 away. Shows hands. Strike called on the pitch. Nathis, an extra hitter in this lineup for Mount Ephraim. He swings, and that one got him. Or did it? Looks like it hit him in the hand, but he started his swing motion, so they'll call it a foul ball. So Nathis now down 0-2. The 0-2 on the way. That one a called strike 3 on the corner. So 2 away now for the Audubon Avalanche.
Now batting number 15, Brody No.
Brody No steps in with 2 away here. Swings and misses at the first offering. It's 0-1. Set and delivers. Fires a strike over. 0-2 the count now. In a real pitcher's duel, 1-0 through 2 2/3. The 0-2 on the way now is low. So No lives to see another pitch. 1-2 now. And that one misses just up. A couple members of the Avalanche ready to walk right off the field there. And that one a called strike 3. So 3 up, 3 down for the Avalanche. They still trail this one 1-0 to Mount Ephraim through 3 innings.
41.
Top of the 4th inning, a quick bunt, a roll foul. And like we said, a low-scoring game here as we get started in the 4th with 1, 2, and 3, Cyrus Chappelle, Emmett Gravante, and Christian Inkster. Oh, Chappell, I'm sorry. And it's 0-2. Outside, 1-2. Of course, for us, big stuff ahead at DWB. Got some Tri-County Baseball Leagues going on this summer with the regular season winding down in mid-July, and then the Carter Cup first week of August at Alcyon Park, my favorite place to cover a game with that beautiful hill in right field, but a swing and a miss. Collins records strikeout number 6. He has struck out 4 in a row as Chappell is retired. And this will bring up Emmett Gravante here, the shortstop. First pitch. Strike 1.
Good pitch on the inner part of the plate. As a hitter, you can't really do much with that except for roll over.
fouled back. And I mean, definitely with the pitch selection that you see at this age bracket, the pitches are going to start breaking whether you want them to or not, just because they kind of float in there. The arc that they have isn't your traditional fastball arc where it's on a straight line. It's going to pop up and pop down. So that's going to be a grounder to third. Rogers is there, and the throw is wide down the right field line. Taking a wide turn, Gravante is there. The first baseman slips. He's going to hold at second, and the tying run thrusts himself in the scoring position as Gravante gets on, and we've got a 2 out, or yes, excuse me, 1 out. That'll be scored as a one-base error there. We'll bring up Christian Inkster.
Great job by Gravante to just leg that one out and hustle to first base, and with an errant throw, gets second. Now Audubon could do some damage here with a runner in scoring position. Definitely some past due damage considering your prior matchups. These guys have been waiting for that first run in a pitcher's duel, and now they're going to try to get it here. But Mountie from, with Declan Collins' 6 strikeouts, including a 4 strikeout stretch in a row from the 3rd to the 4th, as now Gravante moves down to that third base slot, and it's a 2-0 count. But these guys are going to try to lock in here. The infield's moving into the edge of that grass towards the dirt. Any ground ball you throw home, but if you have trouble with it, get the easiest out available. He's going to skip to the plate. Now he's going to be almost caught up, and disaster is averted as Gravante gets back to third. And again, with this short backstop, like we talked about earlier, the ball really has to kick and hit one of those poles in the backstop and roll towards one of the dugouts for you to have a good chance to score. There's a ground ball out towards second. Throw to the plate is going to be high, and they're going to say he's safe. He didn't cover the bag in time. The throw was a little high, so he had to reach for it, and the game is tied 1-1. Well, you got to remember the first run of the game scored on a wild pitch. You got to, maybe underestimate how fast these 10-year-olds are. They cover 60 feet pretty fast. You got to remember, you have baby cousin at home. You got to remember how hard they are to track down in a chase. It's just like these 10-year-olds, man. They end up having some wicked speed to them, and plays like that are what make or break ball games. But the game is tied. Foul ball back to the budget end. Hits the roof and comes back to center. 0-1. That was definitely a fond memory of my time playing over here in Mountie. I always played for I played Mountie for ball in my junior league years. Like I said, behind us, that's going to be a rope base hit in the left center field. That's going to get past him, and it will roll to the 202 sign in left center. Coming around, Inkster's going to try to score. He'll score from first base, and Audubon takes the lead. It's 2-1 as a 2-spot in the 4th, led by a ground ball that turned into a fielder's choice that got the run home, and then that RBI double by Gushu gives Audubon a 2-1 lead. Ephraim on the edge of their seat here with just 1 away. That first pitch is going to be high, and Collins is just going to have to work on that control. This is part of that time where at this age bracket, these guys are easily rattled, and that's how it's always going to be. And you just got to think about the mindset here. Get back on track. Your offense will make up the work for you. It was a slight hiccup. Now it's just a 1-run game. You turn the table. You had a 1-run lead. Now you're losing by 1, and you've got 9 outs to figure that out in the 4th, 5th, and 6th. So there's a strike right down the plate. And momentum is definitely a factor, but it's even more of a factor within youth sports as the tide can turn with just one play. And Little League Baseball, there's so much energy, as you and I can remember playing back in the day. Yeah. There's a swing and a miss by Watkins. That's strikeout number 7 for Collins.
Now batting number 11, Nick Lowe.
And that will bring up Nick Lowe as the 6-hitter and hot corner third baseman for the Avalanche. With 2 away now, this inning started with a strikeout to Cyrus Chappell, and then started out and continued with an E6, a fielder's choice, an RBI double, and a strikeout. So an 0-1 count as the sun going behind the clouds here. Still got plenty of time. Not really going to need the lights here for a 6-inning game. Might be done in an hour and a half if you ask me. This one's popped up. It's going to drop into left center field gap. Picked up and taken in for an RBI single off the bat of Nick Lowe, and the tide continues to turn for the Avalanche, and it's going to be 3-1 as they've put up a 3-spot, scoring all of their offensive production here in the 4th inning. And this is going to bring up Kieran Kelly here with 2 outs in the top of the 4th as the visitors continuing to get the offensive production going. There's a ground ball out to short, throw across, and he got him. Definitely could have gotten that out at second base for an easy fielder's choice with 2 away, but I guess he got the out either way, so 6 one way, half a dozen another. Audubon puts up 3, and they sprint back out to the field to defend the visiting turf and reclaim it as their own. It's 3-1 going to the bottom of the 4th. Bottom of the 4th inning, getting it started here with a bunt as Watkins gets a strike there. Getting it to Giovanni Crate here as there's a strike. 0-2. Ephraim got a run early on, but now trailing by 2 as Watkins gets the strikeout, 1 away.
Batting number 5, Asher Knox.
Here's Asher Knox as we turn the lineup over back to the top. Swing and a miss.
And this Audubon starter has done such a good job of just filling up the zone with strikes, pitching at contact, and that's kept his pitch count low for him to stay in.
That one is hit out towards left center field. That's going to drop for a base hit. From the top of the order, Asher Knox. Now 1 for 2 on the young evening.
Number 28, Ash Rampola.
And here's Ash Rampola.
Rampola with that diving catch all the way back in the 1st inning.
And a single in the 1st as well. He scored the 1st run of the game. So that's kind of important. You know, these guys at the top of the order have been on top of the production, and if Mount Ephraim's going to get back into the game, you start with Knox, you start with Rampola, and you're going to start with your 3, 4, and 5 guys like Passamano, Collins, and Riccardi, you know, as those building blocks for building up a comeback. But it's 1-1 here. And the pitch from the lefty, Watkins, is going to miss. 2-1. Two and 2.
And the lefty once again getting into another 2-strike count, doing a good job of just firing over strikes and letting his defense make the plays behind him.
That one is out to third. They're going to throw back looking for a double play. Didn't get it. but a great catch on the line at the hot corner by Nick Lowe, and now there's 2 away. Bringing up the 3-hitter Passamano.
What if he heads up there by Lowe? That one came, that was a screamer right at him, but he just flashed the leather a little bit for the second out.
Only 7:21 here in Mount Ephraim, still under the hour mark for tonight's run time, and we've had our fair share of short games over the years, but these Little League games always seem to run a little bit faster with the pace of play. It's a nice play from the knees of Cyrus Chappell, and the inning is over. A big shutdown inning for the Avalanche as they lead 3-1 after 4 here versus Mount Ephraim.
Audubon 3, Mount Ephraim 1.
Gap. Top of the 5th gets us rolling with a strike called. Audubon leads 3-1, trying to extend that lead. A swing and a miss. 0-2.
Looks like Collins' day is done as he's now at shortstop. So a pitching change for Mount Ephraim.
Collins has moved, and remember the Little League pitch limits are different compared to high school and college, but also at the same time, you know, they gave up 3 runs and they wanted to change things up a little bit, so they did a 1-for-1 swap. They put Declan Collins at short and they put Dominic Passamano on the hill here in the 5th inning. That one is fouled back. Good contact there. Just got a piece of it. And we do have an arm, Nick Lowe, warming up in the Avalanche bullpen down the right field line. 1-2. Down. That's 2-2. So yeah, that was just everything seems to be the same here. Just a 1-for-1 swap. Collins at short, Passamano moves from short to the mound. And that's what you got. That's going to be speared at third by Asher Knox. An excellent play at the hot corner, kind of mirroring what Audubon did in the prior frame with a nice line drive catch, except there were no runners on base this time. And Grant Heller will come up now with 1 away after that nice shot.
That ball was roped on a line, and a nice job by the third baseman to just catch that one. That ball was crushed right into the glove.
Count is 1-0 to the lefty Heller, as Ephraim sticking with the same handedness here, 2 right-handed pitchers in succession. That one is down, skips off of the catcher's mask. And hey, how about that? Marshawn homered again for the Phils. They're leading 2-0 over the Marlins. Not sure if that's in Philly or if it's in Miami, but still, they haven't scored as many runs as Audubon has tonight. So, how about them apples? It's 3-0 here to the lefty Heller. And that will be the first 4-pitch walk of the game. Not the first walk, but the first one to have that one-sided factor to it.
Romeo Silver.
As here's Romeo Silver now. Trying to extend that lead with a tapper back to the mound. They'll get the lead runner, throw to first. Not in time. And he'll get back up there, so they get the fielder's choice for the second out.
Good job by Mount Ephraim to get that lead runner, take a runner out of scoring position, and get the out. Now 2 away in this 5th inning.
Two and 0 to count here to Romeo Silver. Foul tip, and it's 2-1.
Looks like the umpire's going to come out to talk to the pitcher just because that one caught the catcher's mask. Sign of respect from the umpire. And
also giving some time for Austin Rampola to talk it over with his man, making sure that everybody's all right.
That's one thing that you're taught, and especially at a young age, is the umpire will take care of you if you take care of the umpire. It's a good job from the umpire there to show the catcher the respect, make sure he was all right.
That one is out of play over towards the budget in, and it's 2-2 with 2 outs. This one's poked over the middle, diving and making the catch, Declan Collins. He makes up for it, not only on the mound, but in the field as well. An excellent diving catch. We've seen a couple of gems tonight in the infield, and it's going to be 3-1 going to the bottom of the 5th. We'll be right back.
In life, the road ahead is full of possibilities, but to navigate it safely, you need the right skills. Harper Driving School is the premier driving school serving Gloucester, Salem, and Camden counties. With experienced instructors, many of whom are teachers in local schools, we are dedicated to your success and will help you master the road with confidence. With an over 95% success rate of students passing their road test on their first try, you know your student will be in good hands while embarking on a huge step of their young adult lives, all while avoiding the lines at the DMV and getting insurance discounts.
We chose Harper, and so should you.
Yeah, we'll talk about it. All right, bottom of the 5th inning. Mount Ephraim trying to get back into this game. Declan Collins, who made a nice diving catch at short, gets us started here, a 1-0 count.
Collins pitched well until that fourth inning where Audubon scored 3 runs to put them up 3-1 in this game.
And even then, not a bad outing by any means. 7 strikeouts, and it was just that one blip in the fourth inning that put Audubon ahead. You know, he didn't have the run support that he may have wanted, but he got the job done. And like we said, 7 strikeouts in 4 innings, not a shabby number by any means. 5 of those 7 were strikeouts looking. Certainly an excellent stat, but the cleanup man fouled it off of the light pole. That's got to count for something, but it's going to be 1 and 2. That takes skill to foul it off of the light pole. I mean, we had a game on last Monday, between Cinnaminson and Washington Township in the Tri-County Baseball League, and the lights had an issue where they powered on and then the generator just shut off after like 5 minutes in the bottom of the 6th inning. So it was like 8:30 and we're like, well, we'll see what happens. If they have a quick bottom of the 6th and quick top of the 7th, maybe we can get the game in without issue. And they did, but the lights just, and then the lights turned back on. Like very slowly, the lights turned back on, and by the time the lights were like halfway on, game was over. 11-6 final. But Collins strikes out, and for Watkins, see, that is his 6th strikeout of the night. Now, the difference between Collins and Watkins is that a lot of Collins' strikeouts have come looking. As we said, 5 of his 7 Ks were looking. But for Watkins, he has 6 Ks, all of them swinging. So, he has found a way to intimidate these batters in the zone and use what may be a pitcher-friendly strike zone to his advantage and get these guys to chase at balls that, when they're playing other travel ball games, might not be a strike. And it puts the hitters on their toes, and it makes them say, hey, we've got to expand where we're going to go. I mean, you can see right there that was called a ball, but in a lot of other organizations that might be called a strike. The way that the strike zone is kind of makes you change your way of hitting in general. You don't know what's going to come at you, and if this is going to drop down, then I got to swing. And these guys have just been kept off balance since that first inning when they got that first run. But that's the 7th strikeout for Watkins. Still a valiant effort nonetheless. I mean, Mount Ephraim leading for a little while there. Definitely a feel-good story, and these guys are, still battling back, still have, 7 outs to work with. So certainly not a lost cause by any means, only down by 2 here in the 5th. That one is inside, 2-0. For Garvin, who popped out to the third baseman his first time. 0 for 1 on the evening. Mount Ephraim with 1 run on 2 hits. 2 errors in the field. Their 2 hits came from Ash Rampola in the first and from Giovanni Cart in the bottom half of the 4th inning. Changeup drops in there, and he goes from being favored against in the count to now crawling back for a 3-1. We'll see if he can get 2 more here. And he gets that second one, just needs the third. Count is full. And with nobody on, Mount Ephraim hasn't had a base runner in 5 straight batters. And they're not going to have it in 6. 8 strikeouts for Watkins, the lefty, as he has taken the Audubon lead and used it as a driving weapon. We're through 5 as we go to the 6th, 3-1. top of the 6th inning. I wanted to just clarify, this is the final regulation inning of the game, so Mount Ephraim would need 2 in the bottom half of the inning to stave off a loss to the visitors here in the first round of 10U District 14, as that one is going to be 1-1. Like we said, our next broadcast will be 6:30 from the Camden Athletic Complex in the Junior League Championship between Haddon Heights and Ariel. This one's poked out towards left. That will drop for a base hit. He'll take a big turn around first, and he holds up there. So a base hit by Cyrus Chappell to start off the 6th. Puts that insurance run in motion here in a 3-1 game. Here's Emmett Gravante.
Okay.
Gravante 0 for 2. He popped up and reached on an error in this game.
The leadoff single there for Audubon. Mount Ephraim has to try and hold this Avalanche at bay.
Here comes the throw down. They might do so here. The tag beats him, and he got him. And Chappell not happy with the call at all. Not happy whatsoever. And that will be the first out, as Audubon has been caught stealing a couple of times tonight. I'm just a little surprised there wasn't any, I mean, he was really, really upset about that. And I've seen some umpires that have really short leashes, and sometimes they'll bite, they're not going to bite you, obviously, but they'll go after you for that. As that one goes to the backstop, he doesn't have a play. Now he's got it going down to second base. He is safe. And he just did the Jose Bautista. He advanced to second on a walk because he couldn't find the ball behind the plate. And here's Inkster. So Gravante reaches base for the 2nd time tonight. And Inkster, who was a hit by pitch and a fielder's choice, comes back up, looking to extend that lead. (1-0). Audubon right now with that 2-hit performance, one from Chappell and one from Justin Gushew, or excuse me, James Gushew, who had that RBI double that got everything into motion in the 4th. That breakthrough inning for the Avalanche. But shockingly, only 4 hits combined between both sides. 2 for Audubon and 2 for Ephraim. And that's kind of really shown the pitcher's duel here. There's been a walk that scored a run. There's been a couple of hit by pitches and a couple errors in the field, and a lot of fielders' choices as well. And goes to show, you know, this level of baseball, sometimes the man on the mound is more important than ever. They're going to say that hit him. And 2 runners are going to get on here for Gushew, who had that RBI in the 4th and really has been the pivotal, change for Audubon tonight. Here comes Austin Rampola.
Out batting for Audubon,
with a quick mound visit here.
3, James Gushew.
Inkster gets plunked for the 2nd time tonight. He's still technically 0 for 0, as he's got a hit by pitch, a fielder's choice, and another hit by pitch as well. This broadcast is brought to you by our good friends over at Harper Driving School. Over 95% of students pass their Harper driving test on the first try. If you like those odds, book an appointment today at Suite 4 of the Total Turf Experience Complex in Pittman, right off of Lambs Road. 1 away, 2 on here, as that ball is taken high by Gushew. We've seen that all night tonight. Right around the letters there, it starts to, the zone starts to drift down closer to the bottom. It's been pretty cut and dry like that. That one's going to hit him right in the hand or right in the wrist, and it loads the bases. So a single, a walk, and a hit by pitch. And in the middle of that, a stolen base attempt that was called out for Chappell brings up Watkins, who has looked to help his own cause all night. He's got 8 strikeouts as a pitcher and now looks for some ribbies as a hitter to put this game away. Up and in, 1-0.
Now batting, Andrew Watkins.
Yeah, the Avalanche looking for some insurance runs here. Up 3-1 in this ball game, but a couple extra wouldn't hurt. going into the bottom of the 6th.
Especially considering that Mount Ephraim hasn't scored since the 1st when that wild pitch brought in Rampolla. They're going to need a little extra help and a little extra motivation in that bottom half of the 6th to get this game back into their hands. The 1-1. Swing and a miss. 1-2. So Passamento getting back into it. And this is the kind of play that makes or breaks a ball game and can make or break a team. Bases loaded with 1 out. Hopped up. That's going to drop. It's going to hit the edge of the dirt and go into right field. They can't get any outs as now a runner is going to start breaking. It is an RBI single off the bat of Watkins as he helps his own cause. He's got 8 strikeouts and now has an RBI. Make it 4-1 for Nick Lowe, who was seen warming up in the bullpen, but that has to be halted for now as he'll grab a bat and a helmet, and he'll bat with the bases loaded and 1 out. Just the 5th hit of the day, and now the 6th hit of the day. It hits off of the left fielder's foot. 1 run comes in, and the party chugs on 60 feet ahead. It is 5-1.
Good timely hits right there for the Avalanche. A nice job of just putting the ball in play. And the old saying, hit it where they ain't, was true for those last 2.
And this will bring up Killian Kelly as now they'll make a quick pitching change. 34 pitches was the final tally. As they're going to do a simple swap here. They'll put Passamento back at short. They'll put Declan Collins at third. And they're going to move Asher Knox to the pitcher's mound here in the top of the 6th inning. So they'll give him time to get on the hill and throw some warm-up pitches here in a 5-1 game as Audubon has scored some insurance runs in the top half of the 6th. We'll be right back after this. Asher Knox on the hill in the top of the 6th. First pitch to Nick Lowe. It's going to miss inside. 1-0. 7:46 the time here in Mount Ephraim, with the sun still above the horizon. No need for the lights here. That one goes through the third baseman's legs. It goes under the 5-hole. He goes to tag the bag. His tag came up a little short. It'll be another infield single, and Audubon, for the 2nd time tonight, has put up a 3 spot. It is 6-1. Excuse me. As 7 straight batters have reached base here for the Avalanche. And they've gone through a pitching change. 2 outs. Where did they get the 2nd out?
I think they were saying they wanted a courtesy for...
Oh, yes. Okay, so what it was is that Watkins is on third base, and they can only have a courtesy with 2 outs. That's right. Okay, I was like, wait a second. There's only 1 out on the scoreboard, and there's only 1 out on my scorecard. That one goes to the backstop. They're not going to need a courtesy runner because he is going to score. And Watkins brings it home for the 4th run of the frame, and it's going to be 7-1.
And that's what we've been talking about all game. On third base, those runners have to watch for the ball to kick. That time it comes up strong and away from the catcher. Good read there by Watkins to come across the plate and score.
So now it's going to be runners on 2nd and 3rd, and that will go behind. Lowe will hold. So a 4-run 6th inning. Maybe a little more than they would have needed, but if Mount Ephraim decides to pour it on, they've certainly got the insurance to do so. This inning's been really weird. I mean, like we said, we've had 7 batters come up. This is the 8th man to hit, and all of them have gotten on base. Chappell singled, and then he was thrown at second. Gervonta walked. Inkster got hit. Gushu got hit. Watkins got an RBI single to help his cause. Nick Lowe, RBI single. Killian Kelly, RBI single. So they have had 4 hits this inning after going into this frame with only 2 hits as a team. Mount Ephraim has the same woes. They've only had 2 hits and are largely now kind of looking for an answer here, down by 6 in the 6th. That one is going to skip, and once again Lowe breaks, but it's not going to do anything. It'll be ball 4, and the 8th straight batter has reached to bring up Grant Heller to the lefty batter's box.
Now batting for Audubon, number 99, Grant Heller.
So here is Heller, who is 0 for 2, strikeout and a line out tonight for the Avalanche. Again goes to the backstop. I mean, that runner at third, Nick Lowe, he's started to stutter step towards home like 5-6 times now, and now has held at third that entire time. I think they're right now in the mentality of don't try to risk it. You have 1 out. You don't want to snuff the rally short. You guys have a good thing going. There's a strike called, 1-1. You know, you don't want to break for it. You don't want to try to score unless you absolutely know that you've got a good shot of getting in there. You don't want to try to, you know, break for it on what very well could be a coin flip. 2-1.
Right, and as you mentioned, Dan, you have to be 100% certain at third base, especially with a lead like this, where it's not really an important run, it's just an added insurance run. Got to be 100% sure that you're going to make it safely to score if you're Audubon.
And for these guys right now, they're at a 3-1 count, so they're 1 ball away from extending that lead, whether he moves or not. As Audubon has poured it on with 4 runs here in the top of the 6th. Poked foul, and the count will be full. Over towards the parking lot. It did not hit my car, lucky enough. Didn't think I had a good chance of getting hit, but that thing's got a couple of dents in it from a Tyler Wiltsey throwing error hit it a couple of years ago. Funny enough, but the 3-2, the payoff, is a ground ball. This one goes back to Knox. They're going to get the 1 out. They're going to tag the bag, but I'm surprised that they didn't try to go for home. I guess they went for the safest option and sacrificed the run, because it is now 8-1 as the run comes across, but you do reset a little bit with 2 outs now, setting it up for Romeo Silver. 2 outs, 2 runners in scoring position. Strike called, 0-1.
Yeah, and like you said, Dan, shocked that they didn't go home to first there. Went right back to the pitcher, but they took the safe out at first base, still 1 away, even though they sacrificed the run.
And the strike is called, even though the ball got dropped, and it's 0-2. First 3 for Mountie from the bottom half of the 6th is going to be Holtz, Casey, and Naple. So right in the middle of the order there, good chance for them to get a rally started and get them back into contention here. Swing and a miss. So Mount Ephraim as a pitching staff with 8 strikeouts through 6 frames, but unfortunately they've allowed 8 runs. As Audubon puts up a shocking 5-run frame to put them in a good position, but they just need 3 more outs to put it away and send Audubon advancing. Going to the bottom half, 8-1.
Garden State Pet Center is an independently owned full-service pet store. Our specialty is promoting companionship between people and animals by providing the healthiest product choices available, including all-natural foods, supplements that support and relieve health issues, and innovative products for pet parents. Our goal is to provide our customers with a relaxing environment, and while we're not striving to be the biggest store on the East Coast, we're striving to be the best. No other pet store will make you feel at home like we do. At Garden State Pet Center, we view pets as members of the family. We don't believe in fast, high-pressure sales, but but instead matching up the right pet with the right owners, as you are making a lifelong commitment. Together with our team members, we would like your visit to our store to be both enjoyable and educational. Simply drop in and take a look around. View the birds, reptiles, small animals, toys, food, cages, and miscellaneous items. Learn of the services we have to offer and decide for yourself if this is the store you'd like to call your home away from home.
Victor Santucci, owner of Garden State Pet Center. Visit us today at 226 South Whitehorse Pike in Audubon, New Jersey. We're open 7 days a week for all of your pets' needs.